guys, welcome back to Intellectual Literature. This is Gauri. Today we are going to talk about Gulliver's Travels. It was published on 1726. Original title of this novel was Travels into Several Remote Nations of the World. Author of this novel was Jonathan Swift, published under the pseudonym of Lemuel Gulliver. Genre of this novel: satire, fantasy and travel narrative. This is a first-person narrative novel. Lemuel Gulliver was the narrator. Gulliver's Travels is a classical Augustan satire. It is one of the greatest satirists in English literature. Structure of this novel is 4 parts, each describing a voyager's. Although it's looked like a children's adventure story, it is actually a powerful satire on human nature, politics, science and society. John Gay rightly said about this: Gulliver's Travels is universally read from the cabinet council to the nursery. Jonathan Swift himself said he wrote this book to vex the world rather than divert it. Meaning of this: to criticize and disturb people, not just entertain them. Important lines are: I was resolved to fit the work as much as possible to the general capacity of readers. This shows Swift's intention to make the book simple on the surface but deep in meaning. So, let's go to the plot summary. First part: a voyage to Lilliput. The period was 1699 to 1702. The story of this first part is Gulliver is shipwrecked and reaches Lilliput. The people are less than 6 inches tall. At first, Gulliver is tied up like a gained prisoner. Later, he gains their trust and becomes a national hero. Lilliputans,
petty, proud and foolish. They fight over trivial matters like which end of an egg should be broken. Big Indians versus little Indians. Conflict occur. Lilliput is at war with Blefuscu. Gulliver defeats Blefuscu but refuses to destroy it completely. The king becomes angry. Gulliver is accused of treason and sentenced to be blinded.
End of the part 1. With the help of a kind friend, Gulliver escapes to Blefuscu. Finally, he returns to England. Satirical meaning of this first part was satire on petty politics, religious conflicts and human pride. Part 2. A voyage to Brobdingnag, the period from 1702 to 1706. Story of this second part was Gulliver is abandoned by his shipmates. He reaches Brobdingnag, a land of giants. Gulliver is now tiny like a toy. Brobdingnags huge in size but morally superior, wise, kind and governed justly. Their king criticizes European politics and wars. Contrast of Lilliput and Brobdingnag was Lilliputans are small people, big pride, but Brobdingnag big people, great and wisdom peoples. Satirical meaning of this part was Swift shows that moral greatness is more important than physical or political power. Part 3. A voyage to
Laputa, Balni Barbie, Lugnang, Lubdapdring and Japan. The period from 1706 to 1710.
Laputa and Balni Barbie. Ruled by Laputa, a floating highland. Scientists perform observed experiments such as extracting sunlight from cucumbers, mixing paint by smell, discovering political plots through excrement, satire on useless science and blind faith in reason. Glubdum Ring, Island of Magicians. Gulliver means ghost of historical figures. Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, Homer, Aristotle. Satire on false history and corruption of truth. Lagnang, home of the Struldbrugs, immortals. They never die but grow old and miserable. They are considered legally dead at 80. Shift shows that immortality without use is a curse. And he goes Japan. Galileo requests exemption from trampling on the crucifix. The emperor agrees. Galileo returns home. Next we are going to talk about a voyage to the land of the Bohemians, the period from 1710 to 1715. The story of this voyage, Galileo reaches a land ruled by Bohemians, rational horses. Humans here are called yahoos, dirty, greedy, violent and irrationals. Bohemians are rational, calm, moral and truthful, lives without lies, greed or war. Ending of this part, Gulliver admires the Bohemians deeply. He starts hating human beings. He is rescued against his will and returned to the England. End of the novel, Gulliver becomes a recluse, avoids his wife and family, spends his time talking to horses, believes humans must learn from better beings. Okay, now the novel is closed, novel was ended. Jonathan Swift uses fantasy and travel to show us a mirror of human society. Through Gulliver's journeys, Swift teaches us that man often believes he is rational and civilized but behaves worse than animals. Themes of these novels, this is all exam oriented. Satire on politics, criticism of human pride and ego, misuse of science and reason, corruption of civilization, nature versus civilization. Now, next we are going to talk about author's biography. Jonathan Swift lived from 1667 to 1745. He belongs to the Augustan age, also called the New Classical Age. He is known for sharp satire and also called the master of satire. He uses clear and direct prose. He criticizes politics, society and human follies. Some of his other important works, A Modest Proposal, it was published on 1729, and Battle of the Books and Tale of a Tub. Okay, now we are ended this novel. We are closing this. I hope you all enjoyed this video and learned something little bit from this. Kindly share with your friends who really wanted it, and if you like this video, click the like button, share your thoughts on comment section. What kind of works do you need? Share it on the comment section. And do you want this video's Tamil version? Kindly subscribe my channel. I already posted it. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.